There are moments in history, moments that define the meaning of strength. Not the strength of muscle, not the strength of fear, but a strength born from conviction, courage, and a heart that will not bend. This is the story of a man who lifted a gate that armies could not move. A man whose courage echoes through the ages. A man known as Ali ibn Abi Talib, the Lion of God. And yet, even the strongest hearts can bear burdens heavier than iron. Ali was born not into luxury, not into comfort, but into a world that demanded courage from the very first breath. Raised in the home of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he absorbed truth, justice, and devotion as naturally as the air he breathed. From childhood, people noticed something extraordinary, a quiet strength, a fierce integrity, a heart that would break for justice before it would bow to falsehood. He trained not merely to fight, but to embody a strength of soul, of character, and of faith. As Islam spread, conflict followed. Ali stood at the forefront of every battle, not as a soldier on the sidelines, but as a man the Prophet trusted above all others. Badr, Uhud, Khandak. In every battle, he was the last man standing when others fell back. But it was at Khaybar where his legend would become immortal. The Muslim army approached the fortress of Khaybar, walls reinforced with stone, gates of iron, and warriors who had never known defeat. For days, the battle raged without a breakthrough. Then the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "Tomorrow I will give the banner to a man who loves God and his messenger, and whom God and his messenger love." The next day, that man was Ali. He faced Marhab, a giant among warriors. Marhab roared his lineage, his strength, his victories. Ali spoke only once, "I am Haidar, the lion." Steel clashed, sparks flew, dust swirled. And with a single strike, Ali felled Marhab. The fortress trembled. The morale of the defenders broke. But even this was not the greatest moment. The Muslims pressed toward the fortress, but the gate, massive, iron, immovable, refused to budge. Dozens of men tried. 40 could not lift it. Even the strongest soldiers together failed. Then Ali stepped forward. He placed his hands on the gate and pulled. Some say he lifted it alone, others that he held it as a shield. But historians agree on this. It was a moment of impossible strength, a moment of faith made visible. Yet, for all his power, the heaviest weight of his life was still to come. Strength, it seems, was never measured in muscle or sword. It was measured in faith, in integrity, in devotion. It came from a heart that loved God, loved justice, and loved the people he protected. The same heart would later break when the person he cherished most left this world. Even the Lion of God, even the man who lifted a fortress gate, could not carry the weight of losing love. For grief is heavier than stone, for loss pierces deeper than swords. Ali's hands trembled, not from weakness, but from devotion, from love. Because true strength is not the power to destroy, but the courage to feel, to love, and to endure. Ali ibn Abi Talib taught the world that strength is not measured in the size of your arms, but in the size of your heart. He lifted what no man could lift, and carried what no one could see. This is the story of the Lion of God, the man whose courage, faith, and devotion became legend.